Well, sovereign gold bonds have seen a lot of interest from all walks of life. Almost 149 tons were sold between 2015 to 2024. And the plus point that sovereign gold bond offered was that one, it is a government-backed security, and second is that the maturity was for 8 years, and if held until 8 years, then there was no tax to be paid on interest. One, you actually made profit from the gold price hike, and then 2.5% per annum paid biannually is another thing that the investors earned on this. Well, in the latest news, Finance Minister in a written reply to Parliament on sovereign gold bonds said that as on 20th of March 2025, the outstanding value on issue price is 67,322 crores, and this is for 130 tons. Remember, the government has raised a total from 67 sovereign gold bond tranches at 146.96 tons is at around 72,274 crore rupees. Well, the government's SGB liability at the current price of today at 9,284 per gram for the remaining 130 tons, though comes at 1.2 lakh crores, which is payable over 60 tranches till 2032. So clearly what the government raised and what the government has to pay out are two different things. The SGBs are redeemed at prevailing market price. The first tranche was launched in November 2015 and the last tranche was launched in Feb 2024. Last tranche that will be redeemed will be in Feb 2032. So there are still many more years to go for this in sense of payouts. Well, the total tranches that the government launched or issued was 67. What has been redeemed until now has been 7 tranches, and remaining to be redeemed are 60 tranches. If you look at the total number here, the total gold bonds issued are worth 146.96 tons. What is redeemed is 16.96 tons, and what is yet to be redeemed until the period of 2032 is 130 tons here. Well, interestingly, if you look at the gold prices between 2012 to 2015, the gold prices fell by 15%. But since the tranches have been introduced from 2015 until 2024, the gold prices have gained up by 180%. Also, when you look at the bought and the redeemed price, there is a huge difference into this as well. If we look at, for example, the first tranche that was introduced in November 2015, it was offered at 2,684, but the redemption came in at a much higher price of 6,132. Same is the case with second tranche, introduced at 2,600 but redeemed at 6,271. The third tranche also had a huge difference. 2,916 is what it was launched at, but it was redeemed at much higher price. And the fifth tranche was introduced at 3,150 and redeemed at 7,157. So as you can see, every tranche that has been introduced has been redeemed at a much higher price. Just to give you a sense on that as well, the first tranche was redeemed with 148% premium. This is inclusive of 2.5% of interest that the government also paid on your investment. The second tranche was redeemed at 162% and the third tranche at around 146%. While in a written statement to the Parliament, the Finance Ministry also said that the government has suspended sovereign gold bonds because of the higher and recent gold price volatility, also because of the global economic headwinds, and the form of borrowings have become relatively expensive. The government does maintain that the Gold Reserve Fund, the price and interest differentials are credited on time. For FY24, the amount was 3,552 crores. In FY25, that has been revised higher to rupees 28,605 crores. In the meanwhile, RBI also has bought gold in reserves since 2015 to the tune of 321 tons at this point.
What does it take to build India's largest startup platform? It takes a journey of starting out as an unknown and ending up as unforgettable. It takes more than 2 decades of celebrating the most influential and influencing the most celebrated entrepreneurs. From chronicling the stories of India's startup universe to becoming a success story in itself as India's longest running show on startups and entrepreneurship. Celebrating 21 action-packed years of building India's biggest startup community. Young Turks at 21. Only on CNBC-TV18 and CNBC-TV18.com.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC-TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC-TV18 on all the social media platforms.